I have made contact with Charles Milton Porter in Minerva's den. A productive exchange. Porter tells me that if he can find a way to return to the surface along with the programming for his mainframe, we could then rebuild the machine and work together towards the cure. I am securing passage now to his office, where we might meet and plan. It will not be a simple task, but if we succeed, then my return to Rapture will not have been in vain. I know that the cure for Adam's curse is on its way. It is only a matter of time.
Maurice, please remind Mr. Surix to schedule my recording of announcements in more cohesive blocks. I can't be pulled away from my desk to record a reminder every time one of our employees spills soda pop on his key punch machine. Maurice, I told you I needed the contract for those McClendon vacuum bots on Tuesday. Do you know what day it is today? Do the math. Maurice, have Miss Hills escorted from the building. She knows our policy on interdepartmental fraternization. Disgusting. Maurice, there's a leak in the break room. Again. Tell Mr. Vanneman to send a competent repairman this time, unless he relishes the prospect of seeking employment elsewhere. Maurice, this is unacceptable. I will not tolerate such incompetence. I specifically requested the mauve upholstery on my new office chair, and this is not mauve. If such a simple task causes you this much difficulty, I may be forced to search for a new assistant. Consider yourself warned. Benjamin, I appreciate the difficulty you're having in picking up where my prior assistant left off. His efforts were sufficient, but I will not accept second-class work from my subordinates, and so, if I request a new pair of shoes, I expect them in my pneumo not the next day, but the next hour. As a side note, schedule a vacuum technician. The unit in my office is being overzealous again.
Milton, I talked to Mrs. Ashby next door. She's making out a will, and I'm just so scared. The war is coming to London, and if anything should happen, I want you to have the strength to go on living. For me.
The irony of my predictive equation is that it sometimes requires blind faith. I see the individual elements crashing against each other, and the urgency of what I must do to maintain my part in the plan is clear. But I cannot always see just why. An Alpha series is headed to Minerva's den, subject Sigma, and the equation states that if he reaches the computer core, catastrophe! I do not know why. Yet. But I know what must be done. Subject Sigma is approaching Minerva's den. He must not reach the thinker. Detonate the tunnel!